show Mr. McGowan, the dictator of Perth, the truthful information I've got here of all the 1,000 doctors all around this lovely country, Australia, that they shouldn't give no experimental drugs to those beautiful children because of what's in it, pure poison. Especially from Pfizer. 38 pages of adverse reactions that they wanted to hold from us till 2075. As promised, here we come again as concerned citizens, with myself and all my friends behind me, with Mr. McGowan's office, the dictator of Perth, to show him and tell him and to give him the truth of the untruthful, cruelly situation here we have our lovely city, Perth. 15 countries around the world have complained and investigated through the government to give the evidence of this so-called Corona-19. They were given 21 days to come up with the evidence. At 21 days, they could not come up with it. So what does that tell you? We have doctors all around Australia here being coerced not to give exemptions, to do what they're told, and on top of that, they will get paid $80 to give anybody a jab. Here beside me here, I have a lovely lady with her family and generation that own this land and have this land, and she's going to tell you a few words about her own situation with all of her people.
My name's Marita Kickett. I'm one of the custodian owners from the Bibbulmun Nation. What they are doing is sinister against all of our free will and our free rights and that. And I ask them to lay down their weapons and surrender unto all us innocent people here, and do not force us against our own will, against mass war of weapons in our body, because our body is our body and our choice is our choice. Here.
Here we have now on my left a lovely lady who's been a nurse for 25-30 years and has got some great experience, and she's going to tell you what information she has in her hand.
Okay, so there's been doctors that wrote an open letter to the likes of Professor John Skerritt, Greg Hunt, Michaela Cash, Scott Morrison, and Alan Chang, when it became obvious that there was the Australian government were going to mandate injections for children from the 10th of January 2022. The reason for this letter was to inform the powers that be that the COVID experimental injection is not a vaccination, and that it has numerous adverse reactions that can actually cause death. The adverse reaction includes cardiac diseases, hematological conditions, nerve conditions where people have involuntary movement of their limbs and it's uncontrolled, renal failure, autoimmune disorders, and in all my years as an intensive care nurse and as a nurse that has worked in a coronary care unit and cardiothoracic unit where the heart operations occur, I have never, ever seen people that are 20 years, 18 years old, 17, 35, 40, 45 with myocarditis. Myocarditis, as explained by a coronary care doctor or a heart specialist, occurs post-vaccination when the nanolipid particles, so it's in the fat that's in the vaccination, so the nanolipid particles invades the cardiac muscle, so it goes and sits in the heart muscle. This then, the spike protein that is in the vaccination then causes the body to do an immune cascade or immune reaction to try and get rid of the spike proteins, but the spike proteins is recognized as part of the body, so the heart muscle actually get destroyed. This is irreparable because heart muscle does not regenerate.
Thank you, Elena. Now on my left-hand side, we have a great man from used to work in construction and has sadly lost his job through this mandating, and he's going to give you the statistics now of all this, what's been going on with all the people that have passed away.
Thanks, Martin. John compiled these. He can't be here today, but they're released from the TGA on the 16th of February. The Australian Bureau of Statistics on the 16th of Feb. These figures cannot be denied or disputed. Since March 2020 to January the 31st, 2022, there were 273,901 deaths in Australia, of which cancer was 100,000, heart disease was 32,000, Alzheimer's and dementia were 30,000, diabetes was 10,000, and COVID was 2,639. Again, that was from 273,901 total deaths. That's just 0.9% of the total. Out of those 2,639 deaths, the median age for men was 81 and 86 for women, with an average of 3 comorbidities. The age of death from COVID are both above national average. The percentage with underlying conditions was 92%, and of those, chronic heart conditions were 35%, diabetes 20%. 99% of all deaths are not COVID related. The Lancet Journal noted that the greatest risk factor was obesity. 16 US states with an average of over 35% obesity are all in the top 20 states with the greatest death toll. We know that the Australian medical profession have enhanced the COVID stats, but even so, the figures from the Australian Bureau of Statistics unequivocally demonstrate that COVID is not as deadly or dangerous as the government and media would have us all believe.
Thank you, Luke. Thanks very much. Now on Luke's left-hand side, we have a lovely lady called Amy, and she's got some shocking information that's come to life, and she's going to share it with us.
Hello, my name is Amy. I was, up until the end of last year, an educator in childcare. Part of my job was to determine risks for children day to day that were in my care, using all information available. What I have here is data that has come out of it was previously under a suppression, applied for suppression from the FDA. This is data from Pfizer about and it's called a cumulative analysis of post-authorization adverse event reports. So this is information after the FDA has approved this drug. They've continued to monitor because this is a clinical trial. This is not we already know. This is we receive the information, we look at it and we adjust. So I am here to say, Mr. McGowan, if you don't already have this information, we're here to give it to you. So you can't say you didn't know. Okay. In this information, there are hundreds and hundreds on the back page. I could be here for a long time reading them all out to you. I would urge you to go and find the information if you really would like to know the details. But a couple of things have stood out to me. That missing information in here is use in paediatric individuals below 12 years of age and vaccine effectiveness. If you cannot say this is effective and you know it is in a clinical trial and you have all of this information, these are studied. This is studied data, the effects that they have seen in people. For example, 270 mother cases, so this is pregnant mothers. Of those 270, 23 were reported as spontaneous abortion. These are kids who have not even been able to be children yet. These are mothers who are trusting. How can you say this is safe for them? Premature birth with neonatal death is true. No outcome was provided for 238 pregnancies. So we don't know. Where is this information? How can you say this is safe if you don't have this information? This was received through to 28th of February 2021. We are beyond a year past this. What else is out there? What other information is available to our government, is available to the people who are making decisions on behalf of our families and mandating these things, saying that if you do not comply, you cannot have your same normal freedoms. Where is the information that says this works and this will do you no harm? I have here the information that says the opposite of that. We do not know the efficacy and we know the harm. It needs to stop.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Also here, I have the footballers all around the world, all around Europe, everywhere. Look, I have umpteen pages here of young footballers, 16, 17, Germany, America, Ireland, England. It's shocking, like, you know, I always football like a young lad in England and Ireland, and we never had this before. None of my friends or I fell over in a football field, had a heart attack and passed away. And also here, on my phone, from yesterday, from 6PR, an interview by the police union official, interviewed 350 policemen. 297 policemen have said they don't agree with this rubbish whatsoever. So the policemen, and I thank you policemen who were here today, because I'm sure you're one of them, don't agree with this bullshit. And I thank you very much for supporting and help us today to come to Mr. McGowan's office and to give him the truth. So enough is enough. We've come here today and we're going to hand deliver all this truthful information to him. So let him see it for himself. We've all come together here as concerned citizens. I had to hand over this truthful information that is not BS. It's all online, all here from Pfizer. So I'd like one of you, security man, to take this information from us, please.
All right, so what we can do, we can give them a phone call, and it's up to the Premier's office if they want to accept
Make
it.
the phone call, yeah?
Sorry?
Make the phone call.
Yeah, sure.
Good on you, Mike. Thank you. So my lovely friend here is going to hand them to you.
So we, unfortunately, we won't accept it here.
Is Shay here? Shay, the Indigenous worker here, he's my family, Shay Hayden. We're asking if they would kindly come out and respect the custodian of this land, who's standing with all of us Freedom family in honour to hand over a few of the documents in respecting our past, present and future generations and that, and in honour for all of us being here today, that we ask if any of the Indigenous people who's working in the Dumas House to come forward and accept these papers.
Office today, actually.
Well, unfortunately, if anyone's not here to be served these papers and that there, we've been asking kindly for weeks and weeks and that there, we would like, so you show me no choice but to drop it and you have to pick it up.
Sure.
And we will send it through. Under my King's authority, who is the ancestors of this bloodline, you show no respect for the ancestor. Because this is my grandfather's hill. Enough is enough. They need
You're
to pick it
getting
up.
paid by us. These people are getting paid
It's
by us.
not up to
The
me
least-
that I'm not...
The least you can do is pick them up.
But you could put them inside
We've
the
come
door.
here in peace, just to put our point across.
That's not a grenade.
Sorry?
That's only
I'm terribly sorry, I won't.
It's only a piece of paper, it's not a grenade. So we've come here in peace, we're going in peace, and have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
You want to come over to the Parliament and get a team picture again?
Martin, where are we heading to now? What's
We're
going on?
heading to Parliament, Andy, and we're going to pay the clowns in the Parliament a visit, show our presence, and just tell them the truth, you know. Great to see our fans are here again, Channel 7. We got 6BI here, and we're getting some great attention. So let's get the truth out there. And the stupid politicians, who we pay their wages. So here we go. Let's go. As you can see, guys, we've come to Parliament House, and we've got a fan club. 6BR has just come to see us. So lucky, hopefully now they'll come and interview us. And my God, look, we got more attention coming. Come on, let's go and visit these guys. See what they like to see. Actually got Channel 9. Oh, don't run away, guys.
Legacy media.
Don't run away, guys.
The real news is around. Legacy media.
Don't be shy.
Real news.
Don't be shy. Want some real news?
Come
You like
on,
some
real
real news?
news.
There's no need to be shy.
Here with the original standing beside you. Tell the truth
Why are
to
you
the
running
people.
away? Don't be shy, guys. We tell you some real news.
I've been vaccinated 1971. I won't take anything
Come on,
like
guys.
that
Don't be
again.
shy.
Here.
Channel 9, you're supposed to be a great channel that tells the truth.
Channel 10.
Tell the truth.
Why are you running away?
Did you not come here to film me? Come on.
Why are you running away?
Why you not like
Why
this?
can't you have an interview and we tell you the truth?
We are the real people here. Shady's gonna tell the truth.
There we go, guys. There we go, guys. Fake channel news.
Yes, sure.
All right.
Martin, what's your message for Mr. McGowan when we're here on the steps of Parliament House?
We've come here to give a message, Mr. McGowan, to tell the truth. To tell the truth, as Pfizer have done just last year, bringing out all adverse reactions that are sadly killing people, putting people in the hospital. The poor lovely women are losing their babies all around the world. Bankrupting lovely businesses here in beautiful Perth here, Australia. Down in our lovely seaside place, Fremantle. All the shops turning the cities into ghost towns. It's just disgusting. So we here as concerned citizens have come to Dumas House there a while ago, Dumas House, and now here's Parliament House to make a stand and try and support our lovely families and friends and everybody else around us that are sadly not able to support each other. So yeah, so guys, good on you. Thank you very much for coming. So thank you guys, thank you. So we will, unless we get an answer guys, we will be back again next week, same time, but please God, more and more and more people standing up for our rights. Thank you very much.
As you can imagine, it's only a matter of time before we're censored off YouTube. So if you could please go over to Rumble and follow us there as well, that'd be amazing. Also, if you liked our content, please consider supporting us at buymeacoffee.com/Bellman Report. With just $2 per month, you have no idea how much that'll go towards keeping us afloat. Thank you, and I hope you liked the video.